My friend Tim was recently asking me about how to find more chords in open G tuning. So in today's lesson, I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite voicings for playing blues in open G, and they might not be the ones you're thinking of. The song I was just playing is the classic 8-bar blues, How Long Blues, written by pianist Leroy Carr. And if you'd like to learn my standard tuning arrangement of How Long Blues in the key of A, just go to the link below or the link on screen to download my new PDF called The 5 8-Bar Blues You Should Know. In the meantime, let's get started with these 3 chord voicings in open G tuning. Okay, the first chord voicing is a G7 chord. And we've got the root G on the open 5th string. Then here's the flat 7th of the G at the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Major 3rd at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And then it's nice to reach over and get the 5th on the open high string. And we've got a 5th in the bass down here on the low 6th string. So we could set up like an alternating thumb kind of feel. And so what's nice is we've got the bass that can rock like this, and we've got the open root here too, so we can have this kind of move where you slide into the major 3rd here, and then you open it up to get the open root on the 3rd string. So going up to the 5th, and then down to the root. Very cool sound. All right, the second chord is a C7 chord, and we're going to play it with the 5th in the bass. So we're going to keep the G on the open 5th string, and then here's the 3rd of the C chord, 2nd fret on the 4th string. Here's the flat 7th of C7, that's the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, and then here's the root, 1st fret on the 2nd string. Now if we leave out this flat 7 with the pinky, and just play the open 3rd string, that's another G, that's the 5th. We could have just a C major chord with the 5th in the bass. Here we've got the flat 7 in there as well. And if we go up to the open high string, that's D, so on a C7 chord, that makes it a C9 chord. And so we can get different kinds of melodic things, just sort of bluesy melody stuff by moving around some of those notes. Take us back to G. And finally, for the D chord, we can use the low string. That's an open D, and then we've got another D here on the 4th string, so 2 roots. And then here's the 5th of D at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Here's the flat 7 of D7, that's the 1st fret on the 2nd string, and then another D on top. So there's the root again. And again, this lets us do an alternating thumb if we want to, which also opens up some melodic possibilities. And we can also move into that chord chromatically starting here. This is basically a D6 chord. Here's the 6th at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Here's the root of D. Slide into that, and if we hold the high string against it, we get this nice kind of clangy thing where we hear that. And then of course we can play bass lines like that using the flat 3rd and using the flat 3rd here. Put the 9th on top, 2nd fret on the high string. Or you could even, let's see. So these guys, that even looks like a D9 chord because these 3 strings, of course, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, they're they're the same as they are in standard tuning. So we could have, or even, so 3 notes like that. So there's a lot that you can pull out of that one position for the D chord as well. And that brings up the last thing I want to point out, which is because these 3 strings, the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, are the same in open G and in standard tuning, there are a lot more things you can do with the G chord, even beyond this one chord shape that I've been talking about. Because all of this on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, if you just think of everything you can do on those same strings in the key of A in standard tuning and move it down 2 frets, you've got a whole bunch of things that'll work in G. So I started out this lesson with an arrangement of How Long Blues played in open G tuning. And for the sake of completeness, I thought I would close out playing How Long Blues in standard tuning in the key of A. So I've retuned to standard tuning here, and this is the arrangement that I teach in my PDF, the 5 8-bar blues you should know, which you can download from the link below or the link on screen. I'm going to play this with a steady bass groove, and so chords like this that we just had in G are now going to be here up at the 5th fret. I'm going to use a shape like this for the D7, and this is now going to be a D7 with F sharp in the bass, but you can see that all this stuff is the same as it would be in G tuning. And then E is down here where it always is. So here's How Long Blues played in standard tuning. So those are 3 of my favorite chord voicings to use when I'm playing in open G tuning, and they work really nicely with the slide as well, because you can play all of them with the first 3 fingers of your hand, and that leaves the pinky free for the slide. So I hope you have fun working on those, and again, if you'd like to learn my standard tuning version of How Long Blues, be sure to download the PDF as well. If you've got a question or a comment about today's lesson, leave it for me down below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.